Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm hopping right in. I didn't expect to be doing 2 Dicey Dungeon episodes today, but well, I mean, you're like, it's not today. Well, it's today for me, gosh darn it. But I had such a fun time playing as the Jester. I would like to play as the Jester again. And unlike some of the episode 4s, this one feels relatively attainable. So what do I like early? I like using bops early. We don't need sweets yet. I mean, we could use them, but we don't need them. We don't like boops early. We like bops early. That's our thing. I'm weird like that. I like to do damage. DAE. You will probably die before you can fire that laser, which is fantastic news. Get rid of the boops. Yeah, get rid of the boops. We got you. We got you. I still, we're going to get the opportunity. Oh, yes, add to deck, please. Absolutely. We're probably going to get the chance to choose either Shock or something else again. I would still go with Shock. I don't think Shock screwed us. I feel like Shock was still pretty darn good, honestly. Didn't quite give me the boop value. Would I rather do 2 damage or heal for 2, which would give us 2 shield? I would rather do 2 damage, because we're going to get to full HP after this anyway. Want to make sure this guy gets in a lethal range, you know? I think this is a discard situation, and then you toss this into Juggling Ball. Didn't really matter how we approached that, I think. We had lethal like 6 different ways. Alright, let's see what we got. All I know is not shield. How about poison? It's a very flexible card to use. Sure, burning dice is good. Do 6 damage for each burning enemy dice. The thing is, I mean, this seems great as well. But if you're going to use it, you have to draw Flame Blast after you get Sparks. It's true, you do need to use Detonator after you get the Licorice. But on the other hand, poison stacks turn after turn. So I don't know if it's like... Oh no, it's Sneezy. RIP. I don't know, I don't want to say the fabled word archetype. Depending on your perspective, you might consider that a bad word. I still think we go for the bops as maximum raw damage. Please roll even, thank you. That'll give us a turn off. Really appreciate it. But I don't know. Fire against this enemy, fire is like not very good. That's basically what I was thinking at. Now, is it a little hypocritical that sometimes we're guilty of for things that we like, not caring about what enemy specifically hard counters it and saying that's a perfect world situation, but then for things that we don't like, talking about the one enemy that specifically hard counters it? Yeah, I would say that's a pretty fair assessment. Anyway, but it's my show, so we only need to do 9 damage to you. I will snap just to make sure we got it. I really honestly don't think we need to. We actually only needed to do 6 damage. Unless, was that 3 bops up there? I might be wrong about that. Either way, I'm trying not to kill you until I get maximum sweets, please. There's no way to do this without killing you. Might as well just own it. That's okay. At least we got a heal out of this. So, I mean, I think we had very nice draw there. I'm not going to say that we're... in a dominant position. I do like the Cauldron. Thank you very much. Dice Cannon. Do 1 damage, reusable. I mean, it's finale, so I will add it, but does it warrant an addition? I don't think so, no. God, I hate Sneezy, especially without status effects that can actually, like, do anything for us, so... Wish me luck. So we definitely like putting the poison on you. And I'll spend the 5 to put more poison on you. I don't love it, but 4 poison, that's 10 damage. He rolled a natural 1, which is the most beautiful story anyone has ever told about this cursed creature. This is not amazing right now, unfortunately. But it is still 3 damage on a 4. And then we can discard this. Okay, you got Cauldron. You might as well put something into Cauldron to purge it. Sure, then you can discard this, and then you got... It's a huge overplay, but, you know, again, 2 poisons worth a lot. I think... Well, let's leave the bops up, because we could always discard them next turn, and they're good damage. We only need to hit you for 2. So we're gonna make it through the Sneezy fight feeling okay. Still taking more damage than I think is reasonable for an enemy like this, but that's okay. So we only need to hit you for 2. My thinking right now is I'm just trying to get to a situation where maybe we can use some sweets. So I think like 1, and then discard Licorice, and then 1, 5, 5. We've done it. I think that was pretty good. I just realized we're probably also going to get back to full HP after this, but you'd rather... Oh, yes. You would rather overdo it than underdo it, I'm sure. So I want to see what Detonator's upgrade is. No longer requires an even. And then, what happens to Licorice? I think adding more poison faster is worth more than the fixing, but I could be wrong. It's non-negotiable. We need Claw. Anything that adds poison makes Detonator a possible win condition for us. So right out of the gate, we're going to be very proactive with our ults, assuming we can actually make it work with anything here, which might not be the case. So we don't need to snap yet. Now we can start snapping. So we want 5 poison. You can definitely dupe on this. We got no duplicates. Do 3 damage. Actually, Detonator is pretty solid here, so it's relatively solid damage. A Claw's coming out next, so there's nothing we can really do about that. Might as well just hit you. It's pretty good, dude. Although, oh my god, he got the perfect roll. The perfect roll. It exists. So he needs to get hit for 3. It's very possible. I can't believe... Look, let me just say it. I'll call it like I see it, dude. If I were the AI, I would be upset right now. But I'm not the AI, so I'm super happy. I don't know. Do we want to destroy a card here? I think I'm still going to destroy Boops. We got stuff to do with our low-value dice. I can't believe we're leaving with full HP without even taking advantage of the... Let's do it. Without even taking advantage of the apples that were left on the floor. I think that's just what happens when you roll nicely. You definitely want to use a 1 here so that you can use Licorice on your 3. Or on your 5 for that matter. Please let me grab the dice. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I think we'll discard the bops. Discard the sweets. We'll use the bop. And we're going to get to... Yeah, this is where we want to be on our next turn. We can do a lot of good stuff there. Now, what are you doing? That's the real question. 3-2? God, I hate this enemy. We're probably going to end up having to use all our dice. I wouldn't get too bent out of shape. Okay, so... Add 3 poison. If we can add more poison... We don't want to use Detonator yet. I think you want to use Bop. Then you can discard Sweets. You get a Licorice out of it. You're on 7 poison. We hit you for 7. Alright, I mean, much like the last deck, this deck appears to be working out relatively well right now. You just want to see lower rolls. But whatever. It is what it is. You know, we're trying our best. If this doesn't end up working, it doesn't end up working. We're really giving it the old college try. We only have to do 2 damage, so I think you definitely discard. The problem is... maybe it's not a problem. We don't need to do that. You're already dead. I think we can start by snapping on our next turn against our next enemy. I don't know why the game's running like garbage, by the way. I apologize. I think maybe you do less damage. The pirate does a lot of raw damage, a lot of burn. So we're not actually going to start by using snap, just because the snap is worth very little right out of the gate. This guy doesn't do as much damage. He's more about shocking equipment, which is good for us. So I think we'll put a 3 in here. We don't have any dupes coming, unfortunately. That's a good roll. We can use it with Juggling Ball. Honestly, as far as bad turns go, that one could have been a lot worse. But our limit break is not doing much for us. So this is like what you don't want to see. Okay, great work. He's like me using my dice for no reason. So he could pretty realistically kill me next turn. It's a weird one. I think you gotta try this. I don't love it. I don't even like it. But at least we get something out of it. We have to take ourselves out of lethal range, which is not possible, just for the record. But this makes it much less likely, because he would need to get 2 uses of Pea Shooter. Which again is not that unlikely. Well, Pea Shooter, I think it is reusable by default. So we have the choice to do 3 damage or 3 damage. I'm going to keep Detonator around because we have poison cards coming up next turn. I think he killed us. That's devastating. I was telling Kate about this last night. I don't know, and I'm being sincere, a little salty, for sure, but sincere as well. I honestly don't know if there has ever been a game where I liked it so much and then just hit a cliff where I was like, sure, maybe it was a little bit too easy before. To the point of, you know, I don't want to say mockery, but I was like, I'm the greatest Dicey Dungeons player of all time. But now, like, the runs, they feel so difficult that it's actually, like, out of my control. We might as well go for this, I think. And that might not be fully true. Like, they might be well within our control, and maybe I'm just playing particularly badly. Maybe there's misplays that I don't even see. But, like, yes, we will definitely add it. Episode 1 to 3 for every character, I was having a great time. I don't think I've had fun in, like, a week on episode 4. I think it's... my honest opinion as a complete idiot who knows nothing about video games is that it's, like, a big misstep when it comes to the difficulty curve of the game. But again, I'm just one man. I don't really think we need Juggling Ball until next turn. Might as well just hit you. Yeah, man. It's a bummer. Please don't approach this from the perspective of, like, thinking that I'm trying to, you know, tear down Dicey Dungeons. That's not the case at all. I really like the mechanics of the game. I just think episode 4 basically uniformly kind of sucks. So I love Frost. Yes, some enemies get hard countered, or hard counter us with it, but I do like it a lot. Start on the Marshmallow. +3 freeze. +3 ice damage if enemy's frozen. Okay, so let's freeze a dice. Let's do a bunch of ice damage. That's a lot of damage potential. Hold on. Oops. What have I done? I know for the record that I could just skip episode 4, but it feels wrong, right? But, you know, this is very like old man yells at clouds sort of situation. This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Yeah, discard them, dude. Because I really want to get to this. And I would love to freeze... I would still love to freeze both of your dice. Now, we could snap and get value there, but I definitely don't think it's worth it. 2 1s means you can only hit me for a maximum of 3 damage. I would prefer not to ult on this turn. I think we should have ulted. I definitely feel like we should have ulted, but I think we can still get to lethal. It's just we need like a 6 here. That's okay. We took a lark on it and it didn't work. Okay, so he's gonna hit us for another 3. It's fine. I think we have enough HP with which to tackle our next enemy. Do you upgrade this? Double damage if an enemy's frozen? Confirm. Should we have looked at everything else? Always! But like, come on. Double damage? Why do 1 when 2 will do? We'll probably end up using Snap here. Oh, we love when you low roll too. You're like the perfect enemy for us right now. Send them. I don't know if we're gonna get to that double damage here. That's okay. Send them. We're so close to Ice Shatter, dude, but we're not gonna get there. It's alright. We can freeze you next turn and then use Ice Shatter. Okay, you can only do 1 thing. Totally fine by me. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so what do you do here? You freeze a dice. And then hit for 12. And you're not dead. I can't help... You know what I'm realizing now? I didn't run the heuristics. You gotta run the heuristics, dude. Double damage only really matters if you put a 4 or greater. And it matters a lot more the further away it is from 3, which is your break-even point. Because it does 3 damage statically. Duplicate will help us hit those bonkers numbers. I still think you like a Cauldron. It's filling our deck, but it's filling our deck with draw. Sure, I will take anything that does raw damage as well. I think is nice for us, especially as we multiply the number of dice we're able to use. Okay, this is a great snap opportunity. Give me the shield. Oh, sorry, duplicate this. Then give me the shield. Send them. Send them. Freeze a dice. Do 6 damage and inflict the freeze. Snap them. Wow. We got you. Okay, so when the exact perfect circumstances show up, why not? There's no freaking way we're ever gonna get to play that, but sure, why not? When the exact perfect circumstances show up, apparently the run works a-okay. So I'm not removing any cards anymore. I got our new principle, okay? Removing cards leads to... Keymaster and Sneezy? Anyway, we can force him to roll 1, so I'm actually not that upset now that I think about it. Removing cards leads to less duplicates equals worse snaps. That's my new philosophy. Whether or not it actually works like that, whatever. Okay, like Ice Shard is fantastic here. I really appreciate the juggling ball, which turned a 1 into a 1. I think the right play, even though we could get some dupes, is really... We only need to freeze him once. So, like, I think you just do that, and then also hit him for 3. This guy, he's not going to do anything to us. We're just going to discard, just to fill our hand with good stuff that we can actually kill him with next turn. So he's going to do, like, 3 damage. Yeah, that's nothing. To get out of the Sneezy fight with 3 damage is awesome. And I think we actually might do really well against the Keymaster as well, as a result of this. I mean, I think we super gotcha. Alright, no problems. See what we got going on in here. Another juggling ball is, I mean, bump also, like, we can't afford it, but it's kind of just a free ad. It does have a minimum, though, right? It no longer has a minimum. Or a maximum. Maybe it never did. I want to fight the Keymaster first, because my man does a staggering amount of damage. I'd rather be at full HP upon finishing this fight. So I think we'll start with a 1. Put another 1 in here. Definitely want to freeze his dice. Although, I don't think it matters, because then it's going to feed him a 6 afterwards. Yeah, maybe freezing his dice is horrible. So we're just trying to maximize damage output. So I think this is the right play. We could have set up a turn, because we're probably going to get snapped here. But, let's see. Like, that's just insane. Every turn is his ideal turn. So we know we got boops coming up. I'm like, if you put a 6 here, do some damage. I know we could get the super boop, but I think we'd rather just snap first and save a dice. Save a die. I have no idea what I want you to roll. Okay? I'm just gonna say it, call it like I freaking see it. What does Lament do again? That's not the one that's like, that's raw damage, right? It's not if frozen do double damage. I still don't think I could kill you, but I honestly think we should heal and just do some raw damage and then try to kill this guy next turn. I don't think it matters what he rolls. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It matters what he rolls after the fact. But he's got so many cauldrons, like... Okay, so we'll put that in there. We gotta... Do we want to freeze the dice? I don't know, okay? I think we put a 5 in here. Then duplicate comes back. We can duplicate the 5. We have you. It wasn't necessarily easy, but it wasn't as hard as it previously has been as well. I still think discarding current hand is the right play. I just don't... I mean, it fixes an odd into an even. But what if you have a situation where this is blocking you and you don't want to switch an odd into an even because the next card that comes up needs an even or it needs an odd? I think nudge is trash. This is a no nudge zone. We don't take nudge here. Get it out of my deck. I'm too dumb to use it. We definitely do want to low roll you. Though it pains me. So juggling ball, low roll please. Juggling ball. 6 please. This is worth a shot. We don't need shield at all against this guy, so we should definitely just hit for raw damage. 1 freeze was not as good as we needed it to be, but it's okay. Every turn we stall the poison is good for us. This is a real snap opportunity. Send them. We might as well snap them for value rather than just discarding. We should definitely freeze you because Ice Shatter's coming up. Should definitely get some value here. Ice Shatter. we'll use after duplicate. We might as well snap these first. Yes, low? That's not low. That's okay. So this is 12 damage. Like, dude, it's so good. We got him, and we're at full HP. Perhaps this is the deck we've been looking for. Right, Tomo? Right, we don't want it. But we do want bump, I think. It falls victim to the same thing as nudge, but at least it also pushes the number up so we can hit the trigger for double or for highest damage possible, or for hitting a 6 to add more freeze. You're weak to fire. Looks like we got a lot of freezes coming up. That's okay. We'll dupe a 5. It makes freezing easier because we get more odds. Dump these. I think you will dump those. And then hit me with the juggling ball. Here's where nudge actually would be advantageous. I'll give you that one, okay? Let's bump a 5 to a 6 because I think that'll give us a freeze here. Nothing wrong with that, sort of. Snowflake is odd for a freeze. It's just, I don't love it for sure, but it is gonna minimize the damage he does. So I don't really dislike it either. And I honestly think we'll just put up some shield because I don't think he's gonna be rolling that well. He is gonna freeze all of our dice. That's okay, we got boops. That's what the boops are there for. Plus it makes them odds. Actually, that's what juggling ball's there for too. Double damage if the enemy's frozen. Wow, fantastic. Well, sure, we might as well. And then we will Cauldron you. We get a 1. Would we like to freeze another dice? I think we would like to freeze another dice. Thank you very much. Let's just keep these here for now, just in case somehow we can snap. We can get a Lament next turn, do some good raw damage. It's a fantastic roll as far as I'm concerned. Yes, we take a little damage. Yes, our stuff gets a little chilly. Oh well. So, we can't snap, but we can definitely discard these. Juggling ball could give us a 6. It didn't. Discard those. Certainly duplicate is not going to be worth anything for you. This turn, he could actually roll some hotness. He did. This is going to be a bad turn damage-wise. Unless, yeah, he's going to choose to freeze my dice instead of hurting me. That's a great meta play for me. I really appreciate that. So we'll freeze your dice in turn. Cauldron gives us a chance at redemption. It did not work. That's okay. Ice Shatter. Double damage if the enemy's frozen. Nothing wrong with that. We've been hit 20 times. We've taken 13 damage. It's a dream come true. We don't need to snap. We can snap later. Probably. This is the big one right here. It being a high enough roll gave us the kill. Alright, that looked a lot worse than it is. As far as I'm concerned, that went pretty well. We'll upgrade again. I think we want to upgrade. Like, +2 damage on Lament is pretty good. What about this not needing odds? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Being able to get the freeze out more easily would be nice. Let's see what you got here. Snowflakes, shock. We definitely want them, I think. It makes our snaps better as well. We got no choice but to fight the Rhinoceros Beetle. Guess we could have gone to the shop first. This is an amazing snap. My man's going to be super low rolling. Double damage if enemy's frozen. Sure. You know, some people might say it's not worth that much. If we discard, we won't get dupes. So we might as well just keep it up here, I think, so we can freeze next turn as well. As long as we freeze 3 per turn, we got nothing to worry about. That is hard to guarantee. So we love this. We like this. It's 2 freezes. We might as well bump a 2 to a 3. Discard this garbage. use the cauldron. Low roll. That's a low roll. Juggling ball works. That was a higher roll. It's okay. He basically low rolled again. We are taking 4 damage this time. One day he's gonna get that dang old beetle headbutt, but it's not today, dude. It's not today. Buzzer requires even, so I already know we're not getting anything out of that. So this is a horrible turn. This is where things could really go up in smoke for us here. Thank the Lord he did not roll a 4. The fact that he rolled so well screwed him a little bit. I'm just crunching the numbers here. Are we going to be able to get any dupes to make Snap worthwhile? Yes. So now we'll Snap. Good damage. He's not frozen yet, so I don't really want to do this. Snap him, dude. I think we just hit him for 10. Now he's got some shock. He's got some freeze. It's roughly as good as we could have hoped that would work out. That makes sense. Called in the 5. Every little bit of HP matters here. You never know what 1 HP, 2 HP heal is going to make the difference between survival and complete abject failure. No HP. So all we got to do is really beat the dire wolf, and then we're at full HP, and we can double up on our on one of our good frost cards. We like odds. I don't think we like bops that much right now. Do we want to freeze my man's dice? Yes. Yes. I will still turn a 3 into a 4 because we have a Snowflake Plus on the way. So I think should have turned a 5 into a 6 for Lament. I think you definitely don't mind a 3 there. And then on 6, inflict 1 freeze. I think you magic trick. Freeze a dice. Now discard and do double damage. It's pretty okay. It's gonna slow down his rate of gaining curse. Poison, we should expect to gain 2 per turn, -1 when it's our turn. I think. So I think you want to play maybe just a heal here. Shouldn't have played it on that because now we can't hit Juggling Ball. We can dump those though. Buzzer inflicts a shock, which then allows us to hit duplicate. Ice Shatter is not that good. We can't make the snowflakes work on anything here. So I think you just play this and then maybe... I guess you're going for lethal next turn unless you just want to... I think we gotta hit shit. Like, it's hard though. That's a hard one. But we can start with some snaps next turn as a result of this. He's not gonna curse me? Okay. So we're alive, but we gotta do some major work this turn. So this is a snap situation. No doubt. Snap him, dude. 2 freeze. Snap him. 2 boops. We gotta toss some 1s into here. I don't think we want to discard current hand. I think we definitely are okay with hitting you with another frozen dice. Now I think we can dump the hand. We want to do double damage, so we'll turn our 5 into a 6. Snap the bops. Double damage if the enemy's frozen. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Our limit break, when we get the cards in the right order, is so good, dude. A lot of enemies are strong against themselves, I think. I also think we want double up Ice Shatter, by the way. Just for raw damage. So I don't know, I'm not saying we're set. This is gonna friggin' suck, dude. Snowman v Snowman? That hurts. So let's be smart here. We do want low rolls for sure. So get rid of the boops. Freezing 1 dice. The first dice is the most important freeze. I think we will just hit you for 2. Then the witch comes out. Get that out of here. Borrow some of your equipment. What do you got? Overwhelm? Obviously we don't want it, because I'm not an idiot. Hopefully. We really... The contrast between how we feel when we have our limit break versus how we feel when we don't have our limit break, whatever, is very high. That was a 5, unfortunately. Can't shock you. Just shield me for 2, dude. Please hit me hard enough that I get a limit break, but not so hard that I actually am in danger. Or don't hit me at all, sure. I mean, that's also pretty good. Love to freeze dice. Love to do no damage. Or have Cauldron reappear. Love to shock you once. This is what we're gonna... You know, I gotta eat lunch. Wouldn't mind using the bathroom. How long do you think this fight reasonably could take here? A long time, I think, is the answer. It is what it is, though it pains me greatly. Okay. At least we got a lot of usable stuff next turn. Four blind dice. 4 blind dice. Yatta-ta-ta, yatta-ta-ta. 4 blind dice. I hate you. I just hate you. Might as well keep it going. Yeah, we don't love this. Get rid of that. This is okay. I don't know, man. Like, it's a real slog. We haven't even fought the snowman yet, and this guy's making me wish for the sweet release of death. Please, Lord. Do we have good snap opportunities here? We could. Why do I bother? I think we should go for the snap. Even if it's low value. We're kind of moving the needle a little bit. Ice Shatter's coming up next, so it is like literally worthless. Unless we can freeze you, but we can't freeze you because we always have curse. We always have despair, just the blindness waiting around every corner. Just freeze him. Okay, cool. Oh my god, he's frozen. I don't know, man. Maybe? That overwhelm's getting pretty strong. Just dupe. I don't think we can use our snap here. Like... Now we can snap, but... We'll get boop bop. Then we'll get witch. I think we gotta let it ride, dude. We gotta try. So this is, we have to use a dice here. I'm glad that worked. Then we just dump this, and I've recognized we're not gonna get another dupe. If you're gonna kill me, just kill me. It's just a waiting game that's frustrating. You know? Like, why squeeze me out, you know? Just do it. You're a coward. I just wanted the raw damage, honestly. We freaking lived. I am absolutely stunned. I'm not even thinking straight anymore. Okay, be smart now. You can actually You can lock a bunch of my dice. I don't know. Cardboard sword strikes me as being very dangerous, but let's see. Maybe we can at least set up for our next turn. Keep the snowflakes and the ice shatters up there. Hope you roll pretty badly, and then, yeah, like, don't kill me, though. You're locking 2 dice, which is really bad. Our limit break does counter locked dice. But, like, you didn't roll a single even. It's a dream come true. Alright, so this is a great turn. This is a really fun turn, and a good way to play Dicey Dungeons. Just have all of your dice be locked. So it really does come down to this. Can we get the dream snap? We cannot. Because what can we even... We can't do anything. That's our turn. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Now, next watch. I'll see you next time. See ya.